gloomy Sunday in the UK.
Oh, it is. It's rubbish.
It's a bit dark. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Let's see if we can get even slightly better. All right. How you doing? Right?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Nice to meet you guys. We'll virtually meet you anyway. So,
All right.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Right, so I'll just let Dan basically tell you a little bit more about himself, and then obviously he can introduce and explain also what he's doing in UAE.
Yeah, okay, cool. Cheers. And yeah, apologies, guys. I've had to just jump into a Starbucks to get Wi-Fi connection. So if it's a little bit loud, I apologise. But you can hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, perfectly, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so yeah, I'll just start with telling you what my story is really, and it's a mixture. It's a mixture of success with struggle, which I guess is probably the norm for quite a lot of people. But I'll start with my struggle first, and I openly talk about this today. But from about 10 years old, I struggled with really severe chronic OCD, and I obviously had no idea what was going on with me, and I kept it to myself for the next 20 years. Out, and it would just go round and round like a washing machine. And this started off from about 10 years old, and it just got worse. So my first go-to thing was rugby. So I've always been fit and athletic. I think I was born that way. And as soon as I got to senior school, I started playing rugby from a young age, and absolutely loved playing rugby. And when I was playing rugby, that was really good for me because I was out of my own head. I was surrounded by some really good guys who I'm still really good friends with today, and it was just like a form of therapy for me. But as you're aware, we might have some rugby players in the audience here, but if you in a rugby club from a young age, you start drinking at a young age as well, and alcohol quickly become my go-to thing. Around about 15 years old, I was drinking regularly, and drink would be my medication, and of course I would battle with alcohol at the same time that I battled with my OCD. So I finally got help 5.5 years ago. I started to get help, and today I'm 3.5 years clean and sober today, and I now sort of completely bully my OCD. It's not the other way around anymore. I started working with a psychologist, and in 2 years what we've achieved is absolutely amazing. And I now speak for the Amy Winehouse Foundation in the UK. So I go into senior schools in the poor parts of London. I talk to the kids about all of the stuff that I went through, body image, suicide, all of the things that are affecting our youth today. And that's a big part of what I do. And charity work and helping others is another thing that I'm passionate about. I just got back from an orphanage, like supporting the west region of Nepal, and I just love helping people, and so that's the sort of the struggle, and I share my struggles just so that I can be a lighthouse for anybody else who's heading towards the same rocks that I hit, but also to let people know that everybody has got something going on, either with themselves or their family, and some kind of internal dilemma that they're going through, whether it's they're not happy in a relationship, they're not happy in their job, they're not happy with their body image, etc., etc. And I really try and help people find whatever their happiness is with what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. And so that's the struggles. But obviously, it wasn't all doom and gloom. I did have some success as well. When I first left school, I didn't want to go to university, so I went straight into the fitness industry, and I worked for Fitness First for 5 years, back in the early days of Fitness First as well, when the chain was just growing. And I PT'd, I fitness manager, gym manager, sales manager, everything. But at 23, I decided that, you know, I was not happy with the fitness industry. I was trading time for money. If I went to work, I got paid. If I didn't go to work, I didn't get paid. If my clients turned up, that was fantastic, but a lot of the time they would cancel. I was working really unsociable hours, and I was earning on the sales side of it. I was earning, and the boot camp side, I was earning the gyms a lot of money, but I was getting very little in return. So I decided to leave the fitness industry, and I moved to Dubai at the age of 23. And I launched an ice cream company called Desert Chill Ice Cream. So me and my brother, we were the first person to ever launch ice cream trucks here in the Middle East. And it's we still own the business now. So we've got 10 trucks that go around the whole of the UAE, and we built it. It's quite a famous brand here. It's been in all of the media, both here and in the UK as well. But you know, I was doing that for 9 years, and small business as well. I don't know if anyone's got their own small business. It's just really stressful as well. And I was the last person. I was first person into the office, last person to leave. I was the last person to ever get paid. I was continually having to reinvest my money. I was not able to take any annual leave. I was just getting stressed out. So I said to my brother that I wanted to leave the business, and he wanted to carry on with it, which was cool. But I wanted to leave, and about a year and a half ago, I wanted to combine basically what my three main passions are. So I've always had a passion for fitness. I've always had a passion for business, and now I've got this new passion of helping others. And I wanted to combine those three. So I created a brand called Wild and Fit, and it's a brand that allows people who are passionate about fitness. So you don't have to be a fitness professional to be part of my team, but you do have to have a passion for fitness. And we teach people how to turn that passion into an online business that you can grow from your phone in 24 countries around the world. And I started it last year, and I've got close to 100 people in my team now in 8 different countries, all using the Wild and Fit brand. And it's basically just taking personal training and nutrition online and utilising the power of social media. So I use Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, believe it or not, as well, to grow this online business. And we do 3 things. First one is that we inspire healthy living. The second thing that we do is that we give people plan B with their own online business. And the third thing is that we put on small little fitness events and invite people along to those. And one of the reasons why I got involved with Juice Plus was because I knew that I needed a product to support the healthy living plan. So we have a plan for weight loss, we have a plan for weight gain, we have a plan for the athlete, and the fundamentals of the plans are similar. So we're looking to do 2 things. We're looking to get our clients' metabolism going as fast as we can get it going, and we're looking to cleanse our clients on a daily basis to try and rid all of the toxins that we're subject to in 21st century living. And I knew that a lot of people, especially myself, was missing fruits and vegetables. I just wasn't eating. I'm talking about myself here. As a busy entrepreneur running here, there and everywhere, I just wasn't getting anywhere near enough servings of fresh fruits and veg. So when the Juice Plus was presented to me, I saw it as a way to bridge the gap in my micronutrition. And what I liked about it was that it was a plant-based product. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. But I did like the fact that it's a plant-based product. From farm to capsule, it's tested all along the process to make sure it's free of any herbicides and pesticides. And then it's encapsulated in a vegan capsule as well. And it was whole food nutrition. And so I was reading all of the wave of research that's out there now about the fact that isolated vitamins, nowhere in Mother Nature can you find a piece of fruit with that much vitamin C, for example, and they're just not that bioavailable, and they're passing through us as expensive urine. So when I found out it was whole food nutrition, I was interested, and then I did my research, and this is what I call anybody who's taken we're not salespeople. If we have to sell you this, then you're never going to get involved with it, or you're never going to appreciate the product. Go away, do your research, read the studies, and also look at the credibility of the people that were involved. And I saw, I'm massively into my sport, so I naturally looked at the athletes that were involved. And I remember seeing a video from Rebecca Stoney. She's a two-time world record holder and gold medalist American swimmer. She said something really interesting that sort of resonated with me. She said that her and her fellow athletes use the capsules because the science suggests that it boosts your immune system. And if an athlete gets sick during a training camp, especially an Olympic athlete in this case, gets sick during the training camp, it really, really messes up the chances of being successful. So I thought, right, that's something that I could use with my rugby lads, because I coach rugby as well. If I can try and alkaline their bodies out, not only hopefully will they have less chance of breaking, but if we can keep them fit and healthy throughout the season, then it's going to have a good impact on the squad. And then I looked into the doctors, and there was the likes of Dr. Mitra Ray, who's a biochemist from Stanford University, Dr. Nigel Eccles, who's known as the natural cancer doctor in the UK. There's really, really credible people that were involved. And the guy introducing me was the ex-strength and conditioning coach from the Newport Dragons rugby side. And he worked with professional rugby players like Toby Faletau and all this sort of stuff. So when he speaks, I naturally listen as well. And I was just blown away by the product. And it wasn't until I started taking it did I realise how much my micronutrition had been missing. And had I found it 5-6 years ago, it would have been so much better for my own personal training and stuff like that. The second product that they showed me was the plant-based protein shake, and I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of a decent plant-based protein shake before. I'd always been using whey protein, and I was actually unaware of how whey protein was actually made. I knew I'd get bloated when I was using whey protein, but I just thought that was part and parcel of it. So when I switched to the plant-based protein, and it found out again it was non-GMO, it's low glycemic index, so it gives you slow and steady energy release. It's got a lot of the micronutrients in the capsules. It's vegan and it's gluten-free as well. I thought, right, it sounds like a healthy, happy meal and a good way to bridge the gap with my macronutrition as well. So my good carbs, my good fats, my soluble and insoluble fibres. And I started introducing it to myself as part of my breakfast routine. And then I thought I'll give it a go as pre and post workout as well. And now I absolutely love the shake, and I feel a lot healthier from using it as well. And but I didn't just want to be a Juice Plus distributor. I wanted to make sure that we're adding as much value to our clients as possible. So I know that everybody is online 24. Well, in the UK, we're online, I think, on some kind of digital device, more than 8 hours a day, which is more than we're sleeping. So I wanted to take advantage of Facebook in particular, and we set up a online support group, and we have a boot camp running online as well, where every day that one of us is doing a live workout, we go on Facebook Live, we do some kind of HIIT workout, and our members all around the world, they follow along from home. We've got the meal plans on there, we post motivation, and then we educate our clients all online as well. And then every 4 months, they're resubscribing to our plan, and we're building a really nice passive income from that way. So that was sort of step one, and the business is customer base, and customers are the most important thing for us, because if you don't have a customer base, you don't have a business. But then I wanted to give fitness professionals and personal trainers and dance instructors the opportunity to earn a second income, because that was me back in the day. I see all of these great PTs that are just not earning what they're actually worth, and that is especially true for group fitness instructors as well. They get paid very, very minimal amount of money for the hour that they teach, yet they're keeping 50, 60 members of the gym very, very happy. So again, we created this Wild and Fit brand to add value to anybody who's getting involved, and we've got a whole mixture of fitness professionals in our team, and all the way from martial artists to yoga to personal trainers. We've got a lot of Zumba instructors, and what's really, really good is that it's giving them a chance to build a business from their phone in and around what they're already doing. And you guys have already got an audience and influence in your clients, and people respect you and people like you. So you've got a step ahead of what most people have already got anyway. And it allows you, what I say to PTs and group fitness instructors, is that it takes the pressure off of what you're doing. So I'm sure that you've probably got rents to meet in the gyms. If you can just start building a business part-time from your phone that covers the rent in your gym, would that have a positive impact on your personal situation? And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. If anyone offered me a get-rich-quick scheme, I wouldn't take a look at it. But it is a chance over 2 to 5. I give myself 2 to 5 years to earn the 78 grand of bonuses that are on the table from the company, but also to build this residual income, this passive income, which will keep on growing. And if you build the right structure in your team, then over time the money will follow. So I'm always looking to bring in new people to my front line, but then I'm also looking to train people who are in my team underneath them, because if they're successful, I'm successful. And I firmly believe if you help enough people get what they want and need, then your wants and needs will be taken care of naturally. And it's just a really, really fun business. I talk about the events that you guys are chilling out around Marcel's and Things Place now. You get your friends together, you make up some smoothies, make up some healthy salads or whatever it is, and you're just trying to inspire a little bit healthier living. And man is never going to stop messing up this planet. The need for fruits and vegetables is only going to increase. And job-wise, every general election, it's always about who's going to create the most jobs. And with these things and technology and robots, that the demand for human beings is just getting less and less. So we need to try and start thinking outside of the box and take our businesses online, follow the technology, take it online, and have a lot of fun doing so. And I always say to PTs as well, like, look at Joe Wicks, the body coach. He's just had some massive success in the last couple of years, but he was building that for a good 3 to 5 years before that. He was building, then just suddenly it's just exploded for him, and that's happening with PTs and fitness instructors who take their business online and just grow it over a period of time. So yeah, hopefully, and as well from a business point of view, like the entrepreneur in me looked at it, and I just looked at it as such a low risk opportunity. I mean, for 50 quid and you get your own office and you get your own website, and I knew that I had to try the products myself, so I put a couple of £100 aside for me to try the products, just so that it's fair, and £250 for a business which you can grow in all of those countries and get a website from as well. It's just it's unbelievable. So I was a cheap date. They showed me it, and I just said, well, Richard Branson always says, screw it, let's do it. And I went for it, and today I'm sitting in Dubai. I've just launched a new team here in Dubai. I've got 50 50 fitness professionals in my team over here. I've got a big business in the States. My parents live in the States, so I wanted to build there. And when I get back to the UK, I'm going to be focusing on London, because London's an untapped market as well. So I'm going to be delving into the London market when I get back sort of next week. So yeah, I can ask any questions, guys. I'll try and answer them, and if I don't know the answer, I'll try and find out the answer for you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. And yeah, London's ours, by the way. So
We'll do it together, mate.
yeah, no, we'll do it together. That's actually, when you said London, I was kind of hoping you would say let's do it together. So that's good, because I'm going to need your help. Does anyone have a question? I mean, he's gone into so much detail.
From your team, I know you have quite a big team now. How many people?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Marcel, can you repeat the question for me, mate?
So how many people do you actually know personally that you have joined your team, and how many of them were?
Hold on, losing you. How many people do I know personally in my team?
How many people joined your team did you know personally, and then how many people are actually complete strangers that you networked with via social media?
Yeah, so the way I started to build my business is the way I teach my new people to do it. First of all, customer-wise, I wanted to get my nearest and dearest to be my first customers, and just to try it. And what I said to them is, look, just try one of my plans for 4 months, and if you don't like it, it's not like a gym membership where you have to be signed up for a year. You can can it and you can bin it, but I need to get some client testimonials and I need to get some client feedback. So my customers, I went to my family and my friends and real close people that I knew. I got 4 or 5 customers to start off with. So customer-wise, yes, but business-wise, I didn't. As I said, I didn't want to get any of the rugby lads on it. I just knew that it would just be a headache. So I just started to share what I was doing online, and I started to talk to people online and stuff like that. And then I would talk to people that I come into contact with at the gym and introduce it to people that I didn't know at the gym. And I still today, I let people who I know approach me. I never approach people I know. I build it from people I don't know mainly. Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting point, because there's also an argument that if you have good customers, then some of your best distributors as well. So there's a mix there, but very often when you're for example interviewing to work with people, you don't tend to employ your family or your friends. Generally, sometimes you do. Depends if you're the Trump family or not. But if you're in this business, then perhaps it might be slightly different. No, I don't know if we've lost them already. We might have run out of time as well. I don't know. But anyhow, I will carry on. Has anyone got any other questions for Dan that you can think of that might be useful? Yes, good. We'll cover that again. Good. It's good that you picked up on that. You still there, mate?
Online and your own. You don't say studio.
No, he said your online office. So what
Your online
office.